Hey, so in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can use conditional formatting to highlight cells when the date is today, when it's after today, and when it's before today. So we're going to be doing a few different things in this video, but hang out with me. You're going to love this. The reason why I like highlighting specific dates because it's a great visual reminder of specific things. So like, let's say a task is due on a certain day, you can actually highlight it so that it's a reminder, hey, it's due today. You can highlight things that are past due. Let's say that the date has gone past, you can highlight those in a different color. So they're great visual reminders that you can use with any kind of planner that includes dates. Like a bill calendar, a task tracker, like your weekly to-do list, anything that includes a date, you can have these features. Now I'm going to show you two different methods. The first one is going to be simple, how to highlight just the specific cell that has the date in it. And then I'm going to give you a different option using a custom formula where you can actually highlight the entire row. So this might be a little bit of a longer video, but hopefully we get through it quickly. It's well worth watching the entire thing. So we have my two different options here. We have my bill tracker. So we've got my bills, my amount, the due date, and then our status. And then we have a task tracker over here where we've got the task, the due date, and then the status as well. You don't necessarily need status. All you really need is to make sure that you have whatever the item is, whether it's a task, a bill, whatever, as well as a due date. Those are the two essential things that you actually need. Or you don't even technically need the name of the thing. You can literally just highlight a due date. But you know, usually when we create a spreadsheet, we always have other data with it, not just dates randomly showing up. But anyways, before I get distracted, because it happens sometimes, I'm going to show you, if you don't already know how to add in your date here, I'm going to show you an example of how to do that mini calendar pop-up. Now, when you do have your due dates, you want to make sure that you're either typing in the correct date so that you have the month, the year, as well as the day, whatever order that your country works with, because I know some do day before month and some people do month before day. That's totally okay, whatever works for you and your country. But I do want to state that you need to either write in that full date, or you can use this little hack where you can add in a mini calendar. So for example, over here, if I double click in the cell, this mini calendar pops up and I can choose the date in the calendar and it will automatically populate in the cell. To do that, all you need to do is select the cells where you want to add in this pop-up calendar, go to data, data validation, and then you can add rule, and then under criteria, select the drop down and go to is valid date, and then click done, and then you can get out of there. Now, if you want to format the date style, so whether it looks like this, or again, you have the day before the month, totally up to you. You would just go to format, number, custom date and time, and you can play around with this as and whatever way you want it to look like, you can choose. And you can customize it. But that's how you easily add in a due date, or you can literally just type it out. Just make sure you have the day, the month, and the year. It needs to be an actual date. Otherwise, this whole highlighting thing will not work for you. So, all right, so let's start off. I want to select the cells where I want to highlight the cell based off of a date. So select the cells that have your dates in them. So I'm just selecting my range here. I'm going to go to Format, Conditional Formatting. I already have a rule in here from a previous video. I will link that video below. You can watch that if you want, which basically just highlights or changes conditional formatting based off of a status. But anyways, you're going to add another rule. And we are going to choose under Format Cells if, we're going to choose date is. And this is where you get to choose. Now, if you want to choose if it's showing today's date, which is a great reminder, hey, something's due today, you could just leave this as date is today. And then you can change your color here so you can highlight it. Maybe you want to do a darker yellow, something kind of stands out. You can bold it, italicize, underline, strike through. You can change the text color as well. And then you could change the background color. So once you're happy with the way it looks, you would click done. And as you can see, now it's highlighting the specific dates that are today's date. So that's one option. So we can add another rule. And you can have multiple rules as well. So that's why we're going to create a few different ones. And then, so I just want to show you when you do date is, you could do it today, you could do tomorrow, yesterday, in the past week, in the past month, in the past year, or a specific exact date if you want to. You've got different options there. But now we want to do if the date is before today, or if we want the date is after today. So if we're going to do the date is before, we're going to choose date is before. And then here again, you've got those same options. I'm just going to leave it as today because I want anything that's past to highlight. But if you want to do from a specific day, so tomorrow, yesterday, the past week, month, past year, exact date, totally up to you if you want to customize it. We're just going to choose for today. And then I'm going to choose this as maybe like a red because this is kind of, remember, we're giving visual cues. So like yellow for me, it just means kind of like warning, hey, it's today, like something's due. If it's overdue, I usually do a red. Now you could do whatever colors you want. It's up to you. I'm just giving you an idea of what I usually do. If it's a red, it's kind of like warning. You kind of need to pay attention. This is past due. So that's if the date is before today, you could choose the colors. And again, you can customize it as you want. You can bold it if you want. So we can make that stand out and click done. And then now let's add our last rule because what if we want to highlight any dates that are before today? So again, under format cells, we're going to choose date is after. And then you've got those options for today, tomorrow, yesterday, exact date, up to you. I'm going to do today. And we're just going to do this as a green, being like a visual reminder, hey, you still got some time to get this done type of thing, and then click done. So we have our different rules here, but it all looks good. I'm quite happy with the way that looks. Now that's if you just want to highlight the specific date and not the entire row. So now I'm going to show you how to do the entire row. So what you want to do is select the entire range of cells that you want to highlight. So I want to highlight my little checkbox area all the way to my statuses. I want to make sure that that is updated. So I'm going to select the very first cell that has my checkbox in it. So this is where I want to highlight. Holding the shift key, I'm going to grab to the bottom right corner of that entire range. So again, I want this entire row to highlight. Lovely. We've got that entire selection selected. Go to Format, Conditional Formatting, and we're going to do a few different custom rules. So we have to go under Format Rules, Format Cells If, scroll all the way to the bottom to Custom Formula Is. So this is where we're going to write out some formulas. So for the today one, and again, I will write them down below as well, I'm going to do equals, and then I'm going to do $, and I'm going to reference the cell that has my very first date in it, which, sorry, let me just move something. There we go. It is J4, so I'm going to reference that cell with my very first date in it. So J4. And then I'm going to do equals today because I want to highlight it if it is today. And then we're going to put a left bracket and a right bracket there. So as you can see, it automatically highlighted the row that is today's date. So you got to make sure that you put the left bracket and the right bracket in there to complete it. So it's equals, $, then your cell reference, which mine starts in J4, where it's my very first date, equals today, and then left bracket, right bracket. So again, you can choose whatever formatting you want to do. I'm just going to do the yellow. Yeah, that looks good. And so it's going to highlight any of that. So I'm happy with the way that looks. I'm going to click done. Now I can add another rule. And then under Format Rules, again, we're going to select Custom Formula Is, and we're going to do equals, $. We're going to start it off the same way. So $, and then your cell reference where it's the very first date in there. So which is J4. And then I'm going to do greater than. So it's saying, hey, if, I think this is the one that I want to do. If today is before, sorry, no, if the date is after today, just think about that, then I want it to highlight this color. So if it's after today, and then we're putting today, left bracket, right bracket. So again, any date that is after today, because today is the 28th, as you can see it's highlighting, so the 29th, February 4th, that will all highlight because it's dates that haven't arrived yet. This is the formula. So equals, $, then your cell reference, which for this example is J4. Yours might be different. Then we're going to do the greater than sign, and then today, left bracket, right bracket. And then we could choose our colors. So let's say we want to do this as our green. What color did I do over there? Oh, I did that green. It's okay. Pick out a nice green. There we go. And click done. So now any formulas, sorry, any dates that are after today's date will automatically highlight. Doesn't matter if it's a year in advance, it will automatically highlight. All right, and then we're going to add the last rule if anything was before today's date. So I'm going to have to show you a little bit of an adjustment, but let's start off with our formula. So I'm going to go under Format Rules. I'm going to choose Custom Formula Is. So we're going to repeat what we did before. We're going to do equals, $, again, referencing the cell that has our very first date in it. And then we're going to do the lesser than sign, and then today, left bracket, right bracket. But as you can see, as I did that, it will highlight all of the blanks as well. So if something doesn't have a date in it, it's automatically going to highlight those at the same time. So if you don't mind that, then you could just leave it as is. You can choose your colors, whatnot, and click done. But that's going to bug me. I don't want it to highlight any blank dates. So I'm going to add in something in the front here. So between the equal sign and the $, I'm going to put an and, left bracket, not, left bracket, and again, don't worry, I'm going to copy and paste this down below. Not is blank, left bracket, and then you're going to put in again the same cell reference, so our $, and then our J4, $, J4, then right bracket, and then comma. So that separates. And then at the very end of my formula, after the the J4 is lesser than today, I'm going to put in an extra end bracket there. No, it's a lot. Don't feel bad if this is overwhelming to you. I will copy and paste. Let me just explain this whole formula. This was a lot. Basically, it's saying, as long as these two things are true, which is the very first part here is if J4 or any of the cells below, if they're not blank, that's where the not comes from, and the is blank. So it's saying, hey, if they're not blank, then, and they also have a date in them that is before today. So that's this little option here saying, hey, if there's a date in there that's before today, then we're going to highlight. So those two things have to be true, that it's not blank and that the date is before today, then we will highlight. If not, if either of those are true, like if there's only one true, we still won't highlight. But yeah, both of those things have to be true in order to be highlighted. So now I can do this as a red, and it will automatically do that. Click done. And there you go. All right, so now if you look here, you can see that I've checked off some of my tasks, and it's still showing up as red because it's still saying, hey, it's overdue. But if I have it where I'm checking off something and I'm giving a live status to it, if it's completed, I want it to gray out, or I just don't want it to be red. Like I want it to be anything but red because this red is a visual reminder saying, hey, something's overdue, it needs to be done. And because it's already been done, I need to do something, I need to create something in order for it to hide that. Just this one's for the rows. No, it would also work for the single, just having the due date. So anyways, you need to put this in place if you want it to, if something's been completed and the date still is before today, so it's overdue, but it's been completed, you need to create formatting for it. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you now. I do have a video that I dive deeper into this, but I am going to, I will link it below, but we'll just create it anyways in this video. Why not? So I'm going to select my very first cell where I want to highlight this. So again, I want to have it so that way anything that says completed, it's going to automatically gray it out because my task has been done. So I just want it to gray out. So I want to select the entire range of where I want it to be highlighted in. I'm going to go Format, Conditional Formatting, add another rule, and then we're going to select under Format Rules, I'm going to select Custom Formula Is, we're going to do equals, and then I'm going to put a $, and I'm going to reference the cell where my very first status is, which is K4, so I'm going to put in K4, whatever your cell reference is, you'd put in there. Then I'm going to do equals, and then in quotation marks, I'm going to put the word that wherever my status is, I want to, if it says completed, it's going to actually gray everything out. So I'm going to put in completed. You got to remember though that you have to put the exact same word in there, otherwise it will not highlight. So if I just put in complete, it will not highlight. It has to say that exact word. So if this one says paid, it needs to say paid. If it says not paid, you have to put in not paid. Like whatever you want it to say to highlight, put in that exact word, put it in quotation marks, and then we are going to choose the color. So let's say we're going to do a light gray background. I'm going to choose a darker gray for my text, and then I'm going to do a strike through and click done. Now, I do have these checked off, but how come they're not graying out? Now, this is where you're going to learn that conditional formatting actually has hierarchy. So I have 4 conditional formatting rules here, but there is a hierarchy to them. So this one is the most important, second, third, and fourth. So this is saying, hey, because this rule that's creating that red, it's saying it's more important than the gray. So that's why it's not showing. But if I take this rule where it has my gray, and as you can see, I can hover above the 4 dots on the left side of it. I can drag it to the very top. And as you can see, now that formatting rule is more important. So it's going to put that one first. So now if I uncheck it, because my task hasn't been done, it's overdue, it's going to highlight red. But as soon as I check it off, it's going to give me my completed status and it's going to highlight it gray. Now that's not the only way you could do it. You can actually, this is based off of the status. If you want to base it off of a checkbox, I'm going to show you that option here. Sorry, just giving you a little bit of extra data in case, because I know most of you are creating spreadsheets. You might actually have a status attached to yours. You might have a checkbox, one or the other. You might have both. So that's why I'm going to give you the 2 options here. So this one again was for your status. Now, if you want to do it for your checkbox, you're going to reference the very first cell that has your checkbox in it. So I'm going to do equal sign. And then I'm going to do a $sign, and then we're going to do H4 because that's where my very first checkbox is. And you can see just that alone is enough. You're going to choose your formatting style and click done. If I didn't have any of that, and let me get rid of that. And click done. Oh, cancel it. I'm going to get rid of that rule. I just want to show you so you can actually see it go from red to gray again. So again, I'm going to select the entire range, add another rule. I'm going to go to Format Rules, Custom Formula is, and then we're going to reference the checkboxes. So I'm going to do equal sign, $sign, then H4, because that's referencing the very first cell where it has our checkbox in it, so H4. And then we're going to click Done. Oh, I forgot to do all the gray to it. Hold on. Let me do my gray background, change the color of my font, and then strike through. Click Done. Remember, like I said, the hierarchy, we just have to move that up. And as you can see, that automatically changes it. And that's the only formula you need. So if this is based off a checkbox, you're going to use this one. Okay? And otherwise, you're going to use the status where it, again, said that formula. I will write it down below so you understand it. Okay, click Done. So that's done. So that's everything, I believe. I don't think I forgot anything. I do want to say, though, when I, actually, let's go back to our format. Conditional formatting, there we go. When I reference the lesser than and the greater than in the description below, YouTube doesn't let me use these symbols for some reason. So you will see me when I write out the formulas, it's going to say $sign J4, and then I'm going to actually say in letters lesser than or greater than. You're going to have to replace those and put in your own symbols because unfortunately YouTube will not allow me to use these symbols of the lesser than and the greater than. So just giving you a little bit of warning when you do see the formulas below, they're going to have a little bit of extra words. You just have to write them how it is in here and then just update your cell reference. Yeah, I think that's everything. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I know this is a little bit longer of a video, but yeah, you've learned a few different things. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any questions. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.